Why your first thoughts isn't the truth. Though it feels real, but like the guts feeling, the reaction, the fear, the judgment, it feels real. But most times, it is not the truth. Welcome to Staying Dignified with Edith. My name is Edith Olaide Olale. In this place, you learn more about how to live a dignified life. I have over 20 books that can help you to live a dignified life. Everything is on my seller account. I will drop the link in the description below. You can go through it and search for books that will help you. If you read, a lot of things can be avoided. We need to get prepared. We need to live a dignified life. And that can happen with what you're watching now. And if you read, there are many books that can help you to live a dignified life. I'm glad you're watching this now. Please don't hesitate to subscribe to this channel. And there are many videos that can help you to live a dignified life, and even few movies here in this channel that can entertain and educate you as well. Let me paint a scene you will recognize. You wake up in the morning and you see a text from a friend. We need to talk. What would be your first thoughts? They're mad at me. Did I do something wrong? Are they ending the friendship? Has something bad happened? I know a few people that they are scared of phone calls. Like, they're always agitated. So they try as much as possible to avoid phone call as much as possible. So after thinking of that, your heart races, your stomach clenches. You start replaying all the other conversation you've had the previous week. Like, what have I done to this person for this type of message? What do we really need to discuss? Have I done something wrong? Did I say something somewhere? And the knot in your stomach is completely unnecessary. Your first thought was not the truth. It was just a projection, fear that actually dress up as facts. The ego job isn't accurate. It's survival. You know what? Your first thought hardly comes from wisdom. It comes from your ego and conditioning. And your ego's only job is to keep you safe, even if it's not accurate. And to your ego, safe means avoiding rejection, failure, loss, even making you feel stupid. So you try to scan for every threat, even when it does not exist. That's why a boss neutral email feels like a warning. A lover's quiet morning feels like withdrawal of love. And this particular one, which is common, is a stranger's look feels like judgment. Like, see the way he or she is looking at me. Am I not well dressed? Am I not fine enough? Is it judging my look? That is very common. So your first thought is just like an habitual fear wearing a mask of logic. You know, your brain loves stories more than facts. Neuroscience call these narrative bias. When your brain hates emptiness, when there's an empty space, it does not like it. So you try to fill everywhere with stories, narrative, even something that is not real. You try to like imagine it, just like the brain to just work. The brain to just think of something. But here is the catch. Most of the story it invents are stories you've told yourself 1,000 times over. Maybe you grew up like you were not good enough. And anywhere you are, they are not treating you well. You'll be like, oh, they don't want me here. They don't like me here. I'm not good enough for them. If you've been betrayed before, what comes to your mind is, oh, this person does not love me. No matter what the person say, no matter what the person do, if you're in a new relationship, anything he or she does, you always feel like, oh, this person does not love me. It's just lying. My head said something like this. That's it. And if you are the kind of person that fear failure, anything you do in your mind, you'll be like, it's 50-50. This will not work out. This might not work out. These aren't true. They are just old tapes that are playing in new ways. And spiritually, thoughts are not owners. They are visitors. From a spiritual perspective, you are not your thought. You are just the awareness that notices them. Do you get? Okay, think of your mind like a TV. The first channel that you, once you up on your TV, the first channel that comes to your view, you watch it. But you have a remote. You don't have to stay glued to that channel. You don't have to stay and watch the channel and continue to reminisce on that. No, you can't. You have the remote. That is it. There's this saying that you cannot stop a bird from flying over your head, but you can stop a bird from perching on your head. You have the remote, change the channel. If the thought comes, which sometimes you may not be able to control, but you can stop yourself from dwelling in that thought. You can easily switch it remote. No, I cannot think of this further. The more the thought comes, the more you entertain it, the more it grows into what is not okay. When you learn to pause and observe your first thoughts without grabbing it, without acting on it, you create space, and that space, truths can come, often quieter, slower, but it will definitely come, and you will realize it kinder and nicer. How to tell if your thoughts isn't true? Ask yourself these 3 questions. Does this feel tight? Does this feel heavy and limiting? Fearful? Because truth is expansive. Truth, even self-lies, it will still make you feel tight. But truth wouldn't do that. There's this peace, there's this relief that truth gives. The second question you ask yourself is, does this thought assume someone else's intention? If it contains they think, they meant, they said, pause. You're just mind reading. That's not the truth. Then the third one is, would I bet my life on this thought? If not, treat it as a hypothesis, not a fact. Okay, let me bring about a real life example. Let me play a real life scenario to you. Maybe you are in a party with your colleagues and you see 2 people that maybe you've shared some things about you to them, and you see both of them seated, laughing together, smiling. And if what comes to your mind is, they are talking about me, I don't think they like me, that thought feels real. Yes, but is it true? Maybe they are sharing a joke. Maybe they are just talking loudly or laughing because something happened, or they are planning surprises. Or it might actually be maybe because the music is loud and they have to talk loud and laughing. So the first thought is not the truth. Your first thought was a story born from insecurity, not the truth. Even the Bible in Philippians 4:8 says, is on the screen, but I want you to, whatsoever is not true, don't dwell on it. Then I want you to practice this. Let your first thoughts be a guest and not a king. Here is a shift that changes everything. Instead of you to say, my first thought is right, say this instead. Interesting. That's what my mind does. But let me wait and see. And please know this isn't about you not trusting yourself. It is about you not worshiping the first thing that pops into your head. Over time, you will notice that the second, the third thought that comes, it's actually better. It's actually the truth. And it comes wiser, kinder, and it feels like home. And here is the final truth. The first thought is not actually a lie. It's not just the old truth. It's a reflex, a habit, a ghost from your past. But you are not a reflex. You are the one that can watch the thought, smile at it, and say, not today. I will wait for the truth. And the truth is always patient. It never needs to shout. I'm sure you enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to like, share, and drop your comments in the comment section below. And until next video, remember to stay dignified.